The NEO has excellent reliability, with reliabilities ranging from 0.86 to 0.95 for both the self and observer rating forms of this instrument. Both short-term test-retest reliability and long-term test-retest reliability has been shown for these domains. There's a strong consensual validity between self, peer and spouse reports of the test. That's known also, as you remember from before, as inter-rater reliability. Construct, convergent and divergent validity evidence for the scales has been collected by Costa and McRae. Norms are based on a sample of 1,000 subjects. This is constituted by 500 males and 500 females who've been selected from 3 large-scale studies. The normative sample was designed to match the 1995 US Census projections for age, gender and race. So they tried to represent the United States population at the time. As you can see, that may mean that it's less valid for Australian participants. Nevertheless, it's a well-used test in Australia. With this test, there is some ability to aid in clinical diagnosis, that is, looking for psychological problems, but typically designed to measure personality across, but this test is typically designed to measure personality across non-clinical individuals. So pretty much looking at personality among the general population. One major criticism is a lack of lie scales. This is concerning because it means that participants can fake their results one way or another without any items testing for this faking. One of the strengths are that there are cross-cultural identification factors. Research in multiple countries has produced remarkably similar results, which is pretty impressive because of the wide variety of languages from different linguistic families that have reproduced the 5-factor model, from English and German to Turkish and Korean. The items of personality scales are developed in 2 major ways. In the rational theoretical approach, items are based on the theorist's conception of personality trait to be measured. For example, to develop a measure of introversion, extroversion, we would ask ourselves what introverts and extroverts often say about themselves. And they would write items that captured those kinds of self-descriptions. For example, I'm the life of the party, or I think a lot before I speak or act. The NEO personality inventory is an example of this. A different approach to developing personality is the empirical approach. This is where items are chosen not because their content seems relevant to the trait on rational grounds, but because each item has been answered differently by groups of people. For example, introverts and extroverts, known to be different in the personality characteristic of interest. The MMPI and the more later version MMPI-2 is a widely used personality test developed according to the empirical approach.